Welcome everybody to the channel. This is the 40-gallon gold Ocellatus breeding tank. In here you can see that's one of the females, and these are offspring from her, and that's the other breeding female. Inside this shell right here are some wigglers from her, and as we move toward the center of the tank, I'm going to show you the dominant male. He looks like he's just kind of taking it easy on this shell, but he is the father of all of these fish. So as you can see, the quality from these gold Ocellatus breeding pair are awful nice. I get nice gold colors, really don't get them washed out much. Plants need a little bit of cleaning up. The whole tank needs to be kind of straightened up a little bit, but I hate to disrupt it because everything's breeding so well. I do small 10% water changes every 2 weeks on this tank. I run 2 C60 sponge filters and run the pH around 8.2 to 8.5. Water temp's usually around 78, and the hardness is 300 plus. This is the first time I'm going to try and keep a group in this tank. Typically this tank has always run the 2 females and the male. These fish were all bred inside the tank, and none of these were pulled. You can see some little heads sticking out barely. In a 10-gallon tank off to the right, I had pulled fry about 6 weeks ago, and they're growing out. But all the fish in here right now were all born in the tank, and they were all the survivors. I had put the Texas Holy Rock in here prior to this group breeding, and I think the Texas Holy Rock laid out in this tank is what allowed these fry to kind of hide, eat, and survive away from their parents as the next generation came. This is one generation in front of the generation I told you that is in a 10-gallon growing out. But they started appearing out of the rocks, and so far there's been harmony. I think part of that harmony comes from having the extra rocks in it, especially the Texas Holy Rock, where they can get in and hide and kind of get out of sight of one another. The gold Ocellatus are a nifty little fish. They don't move as much sand into mountains as multifasciatus, but they love digging holes and burying their shells and getting the shell almost to the sand level. Only the 3 breeders, the 2 females and males, I've really only seen claim a shell. All the other young juveniles in here all seem to stay up in mid-tank and swim, and like I said, there's not been any killing aggression in here yet. I'm not saying that won't happen. Just kind of an experiment I'm trying with these guys to see how well I can get them to breed and to maybe form a colony. Gold Ocellatus usually don't form colonies too well, but I'm hoping that maybe with this little experiment I can get this tank to enjoy a harmony. Well, that's about all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video of my 40-gallon gold Ocellatus tank, and wishing you a happy, good week.